Carlos Alcaraz's American dream turns into a nightmare. After his victory over Ben Shelton, Carlos Alcaraz's second match in the United States, this time against Frenchman Francis Tiafoe, was a different story. The skilled Yankee bested him, leaving Alcaraz with some doubts ahead of a preseason that starts very soon. Carlos Alcaraz wrapped up his season a few weeks ago at the Davis Cup, a necessary break as he openly admitted that the year was dragging on and he was eager to stop. Once again, the season didn't end as well as it should have. He started the year as the best player, with titles at Roland Garros and Wimbledon, but his performance waned. After losing the Olympic final, he seemed to hit a low. A disappointing US Open, a lackluster Asian Tour, and overall poor sensations left him in the third spot of the rankings. However, instead of going on vacation, the Spaniard has spent this break traveling through the United States playing exhibition matches. After defeating Ben Shelton in New York, he fell to Francis Tiafoe on Friday. Alcaraz lost 5-7, 6-1, 11-9 to the American in an exhibition match in Charlotte. In a festive atmosphere at the Spectrum Center, Tiafoe, ranked 18th in the world, triumphed in the final tiebreak in front of 16,200 spectators. The two friends embraced warmly after the match, having delighted the crowd with spectacular rallies, drop shot duels, and moments of skill, often punctuated by laughter. Unwinding by playing. That camaraderie was evident in their post-match interviews, with Carlitos not missing the chance to praise his opponent. We all know the kind of guy he is, always smiling, always bringing good vibes, always joking. That's why we have such a great relationship off the court. Every time we step on the court, we share the same values. We don't feel pressure, it's not work, it's joy for us, he said. For Alcaraz, his love for tennis is clear, as he uses his vacation to travel the world and face top rivals. Even so, his rest period is brief, as he aims to start the next campaign strong with the challenge of capturing the Australian Open, the only major missing from his collection. Winning it would complete his Grand Slam set, which, at just 21 years old, would be an extraordinary achievement, giving him 5 Grand Slam titles. Determined to reach peak performance, he has decided not to compete until January 12, when he begins his Australian Open campaign in Melbourne, a venue that hasn't been kind to him. He was eliminated in the 2023 quarterfinals by Alexander Zverev and missed the 2022 edition due to injury. A tough season? Sloane Stephens' priceless reaction to Alcaraz. If you won Roland Garros, Wimbledon, and an Olympic silver medal in just 3 months, would you be satisfied with your season? The answer might vary depending on the individual. In a press conference in Charlotte, Carlos Alcaraz reflected on his 2024 season, admitting to facing challenges during the year. At his side, Sloane Stephens reacted as only a true star could, with laughter. Even Francis Tiafoe seemed stunned by the comment. Carlos Alcaraz opens up. The Spanish player discussed his past, present, and future, highlighting the evolution of his relationship with Juan Carlos Ferrero and the upcoming addition of another permanent coach to his team. Carlos Alcaraz will close out his season in a match against Francis Tiafoe, which will also serve as the beginning of his preparations for 2025, starting next Monday. In the 2 weeks since the Davis Cup, Alcaraz has taken time to rest and recharge before tackling these 2 U.S. commitments, pre-arranged long ago. As seen in New York, these matches serve as a form of distraction for him. Alcaraz is one of the most beloved players among U.S. audiences and the most popular non-American. This has led to several media appearances where he's discussed various topics. One standout goal for the next year is clear: the only Grand Slam I'm missing is the Australian Open, so I'm going for it. Hopefully, I'll win it in 2025. It's a huge and very important objective for me, though it's always tough to get close to a Grand Slam. Many great players are working and preparing to achieve it. On my part, I have to set big goals, so I hope to achieve it in 2025, he stated in New York. Carlos Alcaraz's view on tennis. Alcaraz, who experienced a nightmare during his last U.S. tour, breaking his first racket as a pro in Cincinnati, admits that's not the image he wants to project. His aim is to enjoy himself on the court and share that joy with others. I try to make sure people enjoy watching tennis. I try to give my best, and I love playing beautiful, spectacular points. When I play against Ben Shelton, it's even easier because his vibes and game make it so much fun. As I've said, I hope the crowd enjoys matches like these. That's what I aim for every time I step on the court, he shared before facing another promising talent, one likely to become a key rival for him. On the coaching front, with Samuel Lopez joining his team full-time this year to support Juan Carlos Ferrero, Alcaraz spoke about his mentors, especially Ferrero, who has guided him since he was a child. The Spaniard acknowledges he's reached this point, thanks to him, and credits Ferrero for shaping him into the person and player he is today. Evolving dynamics with Ferrero, Alcaraz also highlighted a significant change in their relationship over the years, which has led to occasional visible friction on the court. They listen to me much more than before. Obviously, when I was 16, I had nothing to say, just a closed mouth and open ears, he admits. As for Samuel Lopez, who stepped in for Ferrero at the 2024 Australian Open and Olympics, Alcaraz sees him as another invaluable asset. They trust each other 100%, Ferrero and Lopez. Being able to travel with both of them is going to be great for me. I think I'll grow as a player thanks to them, said the world number 3. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like, because at Tennis Zone, we're dedicated to bringing you the best information for the best audience. We share in-depth analysis, exclusive interviews, and complete coverage of everything related to the world of tennis. Join our community and be part of the excitement of the tournaments with us. Plus, at Tennis Zone, we strive to offer you up-to-date, high-quality content about players, tournaments, strategies, and the most relevant events in global tennis.